Okay, so today also we'll continue with JDBC. So today we'll be seeing the database connectivity with MySQL. Okay, it's the same program what you saw yesterday. Okay, so what we'll be doing is, see, we'll be having a database, table in the MySQL database, same table. So what would be the table today? Same table I'll use, EMP table. And in this table what you'll have now? Same values. It would be employee ID, one column you'll have, name, and one more column would be salary. Same table what we saw yesterday, we now kept in MySQL. What are the values? Again I will insert say 5 rows here, 5 records. Rajesh, 1000, 102, Ramesh, 2000, 103, Ganesh, 3000, 104, Revati, some name you can take, 4000, 105, Ravi, 5000. See, these are the records which are present in the table called as EMP. Okay, and now again the data is well organized, even in which one? MySQL. So you got a table, the table will be there where now? Again, inside a schema. Here also you got a schema, and the name of the schema in MySQL is, I'll be creating it as Ravi MySQL. This is the schema name. Next, again this schema will be present where? Same architecture, all RDBMS databases follow the same architecture. So the name of the instance would be root. So root is the instance. Ravi MySQL is the schema. But here, these people, that's the terminology, they call it as database. See, schema, database, okay, this schema, user or database means these are the terminologies who uses, MySQL users. The following now, Ravi MySQL is. So what is this now? It can be a schema, or it is a user, or it can also, in MySQL they call this as database. So Ravi MySQL is this one now. Okay, and EMP is the table. So in the instance you got what? Schema user, and in the schema user you have table. So what is my requirement now? What is the requirement? First understand the requirement. So I am asking you to write a code, Java code, to connect to MySQL, retrieve the values and bring it into primary memory now. Okay, so see, when you are writing an application, when you are developing an application, you can use any database. I can use Oracle, I can use MySQL, I can use any database, DB2, so many databases are there. Similarly, when you are writing an application, you can use any language. You can use which one? C, C++, anything. But right now what we are saying is how Java is giving support to connect with different databases. Understood? So when you are developing an application, any language can be used for development, any database also can be used. Here what we are using? Java to connect with different databases. So it's not a big rocket science here again. If you know what is that, how do you do with Oracle, it is very much similar to how you do with MySQL. Hardly few things will change now. Understood? So let's see. So what is the requirement? Exactly understand the requirement. So this is Java program now. What should your Java program do now? What should the Java program do? Connect. After connecting, what it will do? So what? See, the same process. You have to connect now to this is the code you have to write now. Connect to database, which on MySQL. Then next, send the SQL query. You have to send the SQL query to the database. Then what? Receive the results. And then you'll process. So these are a few things you have to do. So for doing this, what you need now? Same story. What all you need? Requirement now? You need, first one is IP address of where the database is installed. So it will obviously again be what? Localhost. Then next, what do you need? Port number. Port number, I think for this it is not required. 1 second. Localhost. Yeah, for this it is not required. Okay, so here we don't need the port number. Here you need is IP address, then you have instance name, then schema name, then next would be schema or user, then you would need the password. If you provide these 4 values, you'll get the database connection. So one database has got one methodology. Understand now? So this is what I'll be doing. Okay. So we need this. Once I write these things, okay, automatically you'll get the value. So what we'll do now? Once you retrieve the values. See, once you retrieve the values, shall I clear this, sir? Assume that this is diagram 1. Now I'll go with diagram 2, one more diagram, but I'll use this only. Understood? You will take it as another diagram now. Shall I clear this? So now next, see, as soon as you connect to database, this is diagram 2 now. Understood? Now what I am drawing is diagram 2 now. So see, as soon as I connect to database, yes, I'll get the result set. Same story here also. As soon as I connect, I'll get the result set. In the result set, what you will have now? I'll be writing the query. Yes or no? I'll be writing the query. So what will you get now in the result set? You'll have the same record what is there in database. Now this is a virtual table now, which is there in what? Primary memory. So I've written a code. Some code I show you what code. So once you write the code, what it will do? It will connect to MySQL, retrieves the value, and all these values will be kept in an object called as result set. So the same way how you have got the table, same way you will have the values now. Employee ID, name, then what? Salary. Yes, these are the values. So you'll be having values like this. So what is the value? Rajesh, Ramesh, Ganesh, Revati, and finally Ravi. So values will be 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000, 5000. Yes, so this is how we'll get it now. This is diagram 2. So let us write the code for this now. How do you do this? It's going to be very simple. Okay, see this is your Java program now. So how do you write the code now? Let's start off with Java coding now. So automatically you'll start with what? Same story now. Class, demo, PSVM, yes. So what is my requirement now? See, my requirement is connect to database, which on MySQL database, get all the values, and after you get all the values, what should your Java program do now? Print it to the console. Again, same way we'll print now. This is the Java console now. Assume that this is Java console. Java console means you print the hello world. So I'll be printing there. So it should print as what? 101, Rajesh, 1000. It should print all the values. All the values it should print like this. So connect to database, that is secondary memory. From the secondary memory I'll do it what? Bring it into primary memory. After bringing, you can process. Processing logics will write later, but first we'll learning how to get the values. After getting, I'm going to print it now to the console. So this is the actual requirement. You understand now? So now see, doing this in other languages is very, very difficult. Okay, very difficult. Reason is what? To write this code, it is too difficult in other languages, but in Java it is very easy. Reason is because of its library. We don't code anything in Java. We just go on using the existing code now. And that existing code, where it is now? It is there in some classes and interfaces which are present in java.sql package. That's it. So we start coding now. How do you code? First line, very simple. Same story. Class.forName. There is no hardly any difference today. Class.forName. com.mysql.jdbc.driver. So what am I actually trying to do? I'm trying to load a driver. But which driver I'm trying to load today? I want to connect to MySQL. I load the MySQL driver. Understood now? So which database you want to connect? Decide. Based on that, what you'll do? You'll choose the driver. So only 2 lines will change today. What? First 2 lines. First 2 lines is which database you want to connect, load that driver. Second one is get the connection. After you get the connection, all statements are same. There is not going to be any difference now. All statements will be same. So next statement is what now? Next connection con is equal to driver manager dot get connection. Again you have to send URL, UID, PWD. But what are these URL, UID, PWD values? Correct values will be, URL is this now, for which one? For yesterday is of Oracle, but today we are seeing it for MySQL. So the values for this will be JDBC colon MySQL colon / localhost. You have to use / colon. Your schema name will be there. Ravi MySQL. Is your schema name. Understood? So JDBC colon MySQL, leave it. Where is your database, sir? Same computer. In same computer, I want to connect to which schema? MySQL. Okay. So then UID. Sorry, what is that? Yeah, user ID. So here you will give root, and PWD will be what? Cluster. Because in here, I show you that screen. Okay, when you are installing MySQL now, for the which one? MySQL, we give the password as cluster. You could have given your own password. You can use that password to connect. Understood? By chance, while installing MySQL, if you are given any other password, means those who are joined newly, you might have installed MySQL in a computer. So then you might have your own password. You provide that password. Done. But people who are coming, seniors who are coming from previous classes, understand that you have to give our password. Now which one? Cluster. Fine. So once you do this, you are connected to database. That's it. Only 2 lines of code. We don't do anything in Java. Just call methods. You start getting the output now. Understood? So once you are connected, next what you have to do? Again, it's the same story now. If you want me to explain this, from Java point of view, understand it. Technical, everything I'll start telling you from the next class. From Java point of view, understand what is for name. It's a method, static method present in class, and that requires fully qualified class name. Yes, I'm giving a fully qualified class name. Fully qualified class name means what? Class name with package. So com dot mysql dot jdbc dot driver. What is the meaning of this? See here, com is a package, MySQL is a package, sub package, JDBC is a sub package present in MySQL, and driver is a class. Follow Java conventions. All package names are always small case. Okay. So now this class comes from who is giving you this class now? MySQL will give you. So mostly always understand when you are coding Java programs, don't think that you use classes only from Java people. Till now you have worked with classes from only what? Java people, that is rt.jar. But slowly you start understanding now, for when we are coding Java programs, we will be using classes from many people. So many people will give you. That is why Java is a very powerful language. Instead of they supplying libraries to us, what happens? Third party people will also supply libraries to Java. That is why it is a very popular. Means huge research is happening across the world from everybody to support what? The language. This is not the case with other languages. So what is happening is MySQL people are giving some code now. MySQL people are giving some code to interact with their database. That's actually what is happening. But technically I'll start telling you from what? Next class. First today our botheration is again today what? Get output. First get output. Later on we'll start seeing what is happening inside, how it is working, all that story is next case. Understood? So for name is a static method. It is used for loading, dynamically loading classes. For name is a static method present in class. It is used for loading dynamic classes. All this is in core Java I have covered. What is class, what is for name and all that. Next, driver manager is a class. Where is this class? SQL package. Get connection is what? Static method. Driver manager is a class. Get connection is a static method. And it requires 3 arguments of type string. Fine. But the string value should be this. What is the string value? Means you have to give some value here in the form of string. But this should be a correct value now. This is the URL value. This is the user ID value, root. And PW value will be cluster. Cluster means what is the password? Depends on your MySQL installation. What you have given it. So if you do write these 2 lines. Okay. That's it. You got the connection. And return type of this is one interface called as connection. Understood? So next, that is from Java point of view. So you understand how you are using the library. And this class comes from SQL package. This class comes from SQL package. Class comes from lang package. So we should know how to use the code now. Next, the next line you have to write. Which one you have? See, first line is load the driver. Second one is what? Get the database connection. Third one is create the statement. So I am creating the statement. Means statement st is equal to con dot create statement. Finished. So statement is ready now. Okay, next what you have to say? st dot execute. Fourth step is what? You have to execute your query. This is diagram 2. I'll just remove this. I need space. Okay, select star from EMP. That's it. So return type of this is one more interface called as result set RS. See here in this program, clearly understand what I underline. They are all interfaces. This one is an interface. This one is an interface. Connection is an interface. Which are the class? Class is a class. Driver manager is a class. Understood? So which one is a class? Which one is an interface? How do I know? Yes, today we'll start understanding. We'll refer to Java docs and code today. Understood? So it comes with experience now. But anyway, all that I'll be showing you now. Okay, so there are few interfaces here and few classes. Fine. So once you got the result set, the same story continues. Please understand the result set very well. Where is the result set pointing now? By default, before first row. Again, same story. So I got the values. This is in Java program. If you execute this line now, you already got the values. Now what you have to do? Get the values from this result set. If you want, store it in your variables and do whatever you want. That is your wish now. You can write logic. But we have decided to print. Understood? So since I have decided to print, see rs dot next. What will happen now? The cursor moves to next line. It will move. Understood? It will move. And if there is a row, the return type of that is true. Right now I don't want the return type. So if you want to accept return type, accept, else leave. It is not mandatory that always you have to accept what? Return type. So rs dot next. The return type is boolean. Leave that. It's boolean b. If you want to accept, else leave it. Understood? Fine. Once you push it to the first row, again I have to get the values from what? In the row, I have to get it from the first column. So how do I get the value? rs dot get int. The first data type is what? Data type is what? Integer. So I will say get int. And it's better you always start using what? Column name. Don't use what? 1, 2, 3. Because you will not know one is representing what column. Later in the program you will not understand. Once you write your program and you want to debug tomorrow, one is representing which column you will not understand. So better you go with column names. Even though it works, follow some standards in coding. So employee ID, return type is what? Int ID. It's finished. So next again same story. rs dot get string of what? Name. So fine, but it is get string this time. So it will be string name or something you can take. Yes, fine. Then next rs dot get int of what? Salary. Specify the column name. So actually where I'm trying to get the value from where now? Not from database, sir. I'm actually trying to get the value from result set. Understood? So when you say rs dot get, I'm getting it from here. So this is my Java program, rs dot get int. This is my Java program now. So and once I get it, I store it in int a or something like this. So we're getting values from result set. Okay. So once you get the values from result set, now it is there. You have held it in variables. This is primary memory. So as soon as your program completes execution, these variables will be destroyed and your value will be lost. Before it is destroyed, what you will do? What you want to do, you do. But I wanted to print. So if you want to print, what I will do? SOP, ID, same. You can use ID, comma, name, comma, sal. You can print all the things. Use proper print statement. That's it. Understood? You'll get the output. So once you get the output, next what you have to do? You have to close the resources. Yes or no? All resources should be closed. Same story. So hardly what is changing? 2 lines of code are changing. Understood? That is the beauty of Java language. So you got one standard API. This is called as JDBC API now. Understood? What classes and interfaces you are using? It is been called as. It means they say that these classes belong to an API called as JDBC API. So you got one standard API from Java to interact with what? Any database of the world, any relational database of the world. Hardly what will change is first 2 lines. Nothing will change. And these values, it is fixed. With experience you will understand what is the driver class you have to give, what is the URL you have to give. They are fixed. For one database, there are some values. So they are fixed. So once you give those values, automatically you start getting the connection now. Yes, let's close the resources. What is the first one I have to close? Result set. Then connection. Fine. Again, When you write this code, that's all about coding now. Okay, but actually there are some exceptions which will occur, and all these exceptions are checked exceptions. So once they are checked exceptions, you are forced to write what? Either write try catch or you have to write throws. Mandatory it is. So I'll write try and catch. So the first exception means for name method throws what? Class not found exception. So I tried all this code in try block, catch, class not found exception. Then one more catch you write. Below that you write, I'm not having space, so I'll write catch, SQL exception. Below that you write. Understood? So that's it, your program is over. What big thing here? So when we tell now I want to do something, it is big. Understood? But Java makes it so simple. It makes our programming life so easy and simple. It is unbelievable. Understood now? So this is the way we are going to code now. So code looks simple. Now you have to code and get the output. Understood? So only thing what you have to do today, you will code and get the output. That is okay. But you have to supply one more jar today, because this dot class is not there in rt.jar. This class is not there means it is not there in rt.jar. Yes or no? So this will be in there in some other jar file. No, actually start understanding what is the jar file. Jar means Java archive files. Okay, the complete form of jar means Java archive files. Archive means what? Compressed files. Okay. So, and the jar file always contains what? Dot class files. So Java follows on international standard. So after coding, okay, if I want to give you some code, I will not give you the .java file. Who is interested in .java file? So they will compile. Dot class files will be generated. No, those dot class they will give it. They will compress it and give it to you. And when they compress it, no, they don't give the extension of .7z, .winzip, means .zip and all. Java follows the standard of saying .jar. So end of the day, .jar files are nothing but what? Classes, agreed. But again, .jar in simple words is nothing but library. .jar is nothing but simple words, library. If you want to use the library, it should be there in your project. So add it. You are trying to use something, no. It contains dot class files, I know, but end of the day, what it is, basically if you see from the basic point of view, it is a library. So start adding it into your project and use. So when you create a new project in Eclipse, rt.jar is there by default. Understood? But you have to add this jar file, one jar file, I'll show you. Okay, it will be given to by whom now? MySQL person. That's it. Your code will execute. Yes. So again I show you coding in MySQL also today. Okay. See, one bad thing about you people is, if you know some code, no, top to bottom you'll start typing like as it is. That's the worst part of you people. Understood? Somebody tells you something, no, top to bottom, class, demo, I'll type like that only. Then public static void main, type like that only. That's a very bad part of you. So why did I show you yesterday coding? Today also why I am showing you coding? Please understand, not for seeing, for making you people to understand how to code. Understood? So go and code actually. Until unless you code, you will not understand how to get the output. Because these are very normal basics we are learning. You might be thinking this hi-fi. When you start developing applications, this becomes only one part of the application. One small part it is. Understood? Then you will start writing big code. Understood? So, means what you will do, when you start coding, fully you will type. Full errors will be there. Red color you will be seeing. Still you will continue coding. Means in fact how I have taught you coding earlier. Once you see on red error, don't move to next line. It is compilation error. When that is only error, what is the use of coding further lines? What is the use of coding further lines? That is only not compiling. So resolve one by one, and then continue coding. Otherwise, what is your approach? Code fully, then start debugging. This is not your college days anymore. You have to start thinking professionally now. Understood? So in industries, this is how you code. Yeah? So that is why, again, to make you understand, you know the code. There's nothing big here. If you give this, all output you'll get. But see, when I start coding, how I face problems, how I resolve it, that you start seeing now. Output anybody will get. Understood? You are very intelligent to get output. Understood? So, but the way, the methodology you take to code is very, very important. Are you clear with this? So code, it is highly mandatory you code. Reason is what now? Why I am stressing this? So many people, seniors, have seen videos from beginning. They are not coded. Happily they are thinking public static void main, you will get the output. That is not the case from now. Understood? It's end of the day we are going to use libraries only. There's nothing big about it. But we should know how to use it properly. Understood? So start coding. Shall I clear all this now? So the same program I'll code. Okay. So before I code, what I need now? First I have to prepare my database now. MySQL I have to prepare. In MySQL database, what I should do? I have to create on table. Means I have to create on schema by name Ravi MySQL. In that schema I have to create a table by name employee. All that I'll show you now. In fact, all this are covered in database classes. But just so many people are entering directly JDBC. For them I am just referring. If you want more information about all this, please refer to our database classes. 2 minutes I'll show you how to create schema and all that. But in-depth information you want to understand what is schema, what is user, better you refer to our database classes. Yeah? Shall I clear all this now? Okay. See, only 2 things are changing. That's it. Clear? Shall I clear all this now? So one standard API to interact with what? Any database of the world. Rest all will be same. Means, what is the beauty of this, you know? You can change any database in your application in fraction of a second. Today your application is using Oracle. Tomorrow I want to use MySQL. Move. Only 2 things you change. Only in MySQL what you'll do? The table in Oracle you'll create it in MySQL. So database migration is so easy. The compatibility, you see what Java provides. Using database is not important, but one database you can migrate to another database also. That flexible they have made. Clear? Okay. We'll see the output now. Same way you code, like as I thought yesterday. Oh, I should it down. Huh? 1 second. So first I'll show you how to work with MySQL. Means I'll create the table. So to work with this, it's already installed here. MySQL is already installed in this computer. Click here, start. Okay, go to all programs. You'll be having MySQL. In this, click on MySQL command line client. This is, every database has its own methodology. So once you click here, you have to give the password. See, the password in MySQL is highly case sensitive. Password in MySQL is highly case sensitive. But in Oracle, password is case insensitive. So when you are connecting to Oracle, password can be caps or small, no issue. But in MySQL, it is highly case sensitive. And here we have given our password as small letter, small case, cluster. Understood? So as soon as I press enter, I am connected to MySQL now. I am connected to MySQL now. Are you clear with this? So cluster is the password we are given. See, I am trying to show you that screen. When you are installing MySQL now, you will get this screen. See, enter root password, retype password. This screen you will get when you are installing MySQL. So for this, the password what we are given is root is the instance. Root is the instance. For that instance, I have given the password called as cluster. By chance, when you are installed in your home, if you are given any other password, use that password to log in now. Clear this? Don't go on blindly typing now. You follow always what? Blindly follow. If I type cluster, cluster only you will type. Sir, I am not getting output. Use some common sense and type. Are you clear this? Fine. So then, this is the screen just I showed you. Okay, fine. And the same thing I have done and I have logged into this screen now. If you want again, I will do it. See how I get connected to this one now? All programs, MySQL. Yeah, click this, type here that password. So you are connecting to root instance. So here I'll show Show means it's better you always use caps. Make it a habit whenever you work with what? Databases, use uppercase letter. Show databases. So these are the queries we are learning now. See, for MySQL, I'm using this as the editor or client. For Oracle, also you can type like this, there's on screen. Okay, but instead of this, I used Apex. Understood? So every here, otherwise you can use SQL Yog. There's something called as SQL Yog. But just I'm showing you in this editor itself. Show databases means it will show me what? Schemas. So actually there are 4 schemas present here. How many schemas are present? Information underscore schema is one schema, or user. Okay. MySQL is one more schema. Ravi MySQL is already there. And one more is what? Test. 4 schemas are already there. But for schema, MySQL calls it as database. It is their terminology. For a user, they call it as database. Are you clear? So next, I will drop which one? Drop database. Ravi MySQL. So okay, it has got deleted. Okay, so it has dropped. So again, I'll say show databases. See, only 3 are there. I'm showing you like yesterday what we did. For Oracle, I dropped Ravi MySQL and I created one more. No, same I'm doing now. Means those are okay. Those are seniors. You don't have to drop it. You can continue coding. Those are new. I'm just showing you how to create schemas in MySQL. So how will you create now? You have to type the query now. Create database. Just type this much. Create. If it is not there in your computer, just say create database Ravi MySQL. Again, you can give your own name. No issues. Okay. Press enter. Okay. Query okay. One row affected. Yes, it has been created. Again, I'll say show databases. See there. So then I'll log in. Means I'll enter that schema now. Because we are right now outside the schema. Now what I have to do? I want to create a table. So if I want to create a table, I have to enter the schema. So what will I say? Use Ravi MySQL. Press enter. So you enter now. See, database changed. Are you clear? Database changed. So here I'll create my table. How will you create? Create table. Yes, EMP is a table name now. Fine. EMP ID. Data type is what? In Oracle, the data type is number. Here we say int. Size 5. Then next, name varchar. The data type is varchar here. Size is 30. Then next, salary. What is the value? 6. Okay, int data type. Sorry. Yeah, now press enter. Table has been created. So I'll just type one more query here. Show tables. It will give you all the tables. Right now there is only one table now. When I created the schema, it's a new schema. How many tables are there? No tables. Once I created it, now you can see there's a table called as EMP. It will display it in small case. That you don't worry. Understood? So means that's what I'm telling. Database queries are case insensitive. So you can write select star from small EMP also, but follow always uppercase. It is very, because in your Java program now it will be neat and clean. What is Java code and what is MySQL code, you can easily distinguish. Understood? So that's the reason. So that's why make it a habit only. Whenever you work with database, type in uppercase. So show tables, fine. Now table is there. Next what I have to do? Insert the values. See the same query you'll type now. Insert into EMP. First I'll show you the simple format. What is that? 101, comma, Rajesh, $1,000. I have to give values. Yeah, enter, comma I didn't give. After Rajesh. So one row affected. Now I want to insert one more row. So 102. So even though your query executes like this, recommended is what? I'll execute and show you. See, this is one way of writing query. Other way is what? You have to specify the column names. Better do that. Make it a habit like this only. And because you'll understand now which value is going into which column. Right now our database is, table is very small, 3 columns are there. Sometimes your tables will have 10, 20 columns. That time you will only get confused which value is entering into which column. So that's why be very clear. Employee ID, next column is what? Name. The next column is what? Salary. Yes. So 103. What is the next value? Ganesh. 3000. So I inserted. So then next 104. Revati. Then 4000. Correct? Huh? Yes, fine. See, all these queries I kept it in on this one. What is that? Notepad. I'll be giving it to you. I mean, I'll attach it with the project only. Same query is what I typed. If you want for reference, I'll be giving you same query is what I did here. See, show databases, create database. MySQL means drop, use. Understood? Then next, show tables, drop table. Understood? Yes, see, the Oracle syntax for creating a table is this. Just I'm comparing. So one database will have one style because they have their own syntax. But now see, for MySQL I'll say compare. You understood the difference? Yesterday I wrote the query in this way. Today for MySQL I'm writing the query in this way. Means for data type I'm telling int. Means there are databases now. Every database will have their own data type. Number, int. Like your Java language now. In Java language int is one behavior. Same in or C it will have some other behavior. So in anyway these two languages you got int and int. But in COBOL language if you go, you got something called as number. Finally all functionality is same, but they'll have their own style of providing the support. Fine, anyway that is the syntax. Now describe, if you want you can see select star from EMP. We'll type that whether the records are there or not. Okay, just say first I'll insert the fourth, which one? Fifth one also. And then we'll type out employee ID. So I didn't create with employee underscore ID. Okay. I'll do one thing. It's always you use a underscore is better. Employee ID. I'll drop the table and create it again. Because that's the convention we follow. Drop table employee underscore ID. Sorry, drop table employee. Fine. So I'll just copy paste now. Sorry, create first. The first column name now always it's better you have what? Column table name underscore ID. All this I have taught in database. Go refer there, you'll understand. Fine. One row affected. After that, I'll start inserting now. Yeah, so finally I'll say select star from EMP. See this, there are records. You can see all the records. Understood? Advisable is commit. Always commit. Understood? So now table is there where? In MySQL database. So now what I should do? I want to write a program now. So let's start writing our program. Are you clear this now? Database is ready now. Then you can start writing. So let's see how to code now. So again I'll open Eclipse. Yeah, where will be coding now? Same workspace, Ravi Kumar, JDBC examples. Continue coding there itself. So I'll make one new project, that's it. Understood? So right click, new Java project. So 03, simple. JDBC MySQL. I'm working in MySQL database. So 03 simple MySQL. Initiate. Yes. So again, see here, you got what is the folder structure? SRC and JRE system library. So by default you'll be getting what? Only rt.jar. Some other jars are there, leave, but mainly we focus on rt.jar. Okay. So in all these jar files will be containing what? If you extract and see, packages are there. In packages, what will you find? Dot class files only. These packages you don't know, but some packages you know. See here, I'm just scrolling. Some packages you know, lang package you know, IO package you know. Yes, IO package, lang package what you know? String class, string buffer class. So all these are here only. System class, string buffer, like that. Understood? So these classes you can blindly use, because when it's a new project, it will be supplied now. It is there in your project. So directly you can start using. So right click, new package, com.cluster, finish. So I'll start coding now. New class JDBC MySQL demo. Give good class names, sir. Tomorrow when you look at your class name, you should know what it is containing. All demo means you will not understand what demo. Later on it will become demo for you. Understood? So give some good names. The name of the class should tell what it is actually trying to do actually. Okay. So I got this. Next, what I should do now? First statement. Start off. Class dot for name. Yeah. What is the value I have to give now? I have to pass one string value. So what I have to give? Com dot MySQL dot JDBC dot driver. Okay. So then see, I'll show your style of coding. Finished. Next, what I should type? Connection. Blindly you'll type con is equal to 1 by 1. You'll keep on typing. You're not importing. Nothing you're doing. You'll be seeing errors, sir. Okay. Driver manager dot. You're not even importing. Full errors you're getting. Okay. Get connection. You'll do. First I'm showing your style of coding. Then I'll come to my style of coding. Understood? You'll give the values. Some values you'll give here. Sorry. You'll code fully like this from top to bottom. No import, nothing. Finally, what will you do? Error. Where is semicolon missing? How will you get output like this, sir? Understood? This is not the way to code. Don't go on searching for semicolon now. Understood? Semicolon is gone now. Hardly you have to call on method. That also you don't know how to call means what. Understood? So code properly. Understood? Don't code like this, sir. Because we are going to code very lengthy programs, sir. First, when you see one red error, there only you should resolve and move to next line. Understood? Means you are getting a compilation error. Line by line, compile and move. Means that should be resolved. Print and check whether that statement is executing or not. Then you continue to next line. Otherwise, you will never learn coding. Okay, here you might think, okay, lab, someone will come and help you. Don't depend on somebody. You come here to learn means you should be independent enough, because think about the further days. When you enter company, one somebody will be sitting beside you to help you or what? Nobody will be there. Understood? So you should have the ability to debug by yourself now. And it is very simple. Your end of the day calling methods only. Understood? But that also you don't know how to call means what kind of a programmer you are. Yes or no? What I am doing? I am just calling methods, sending arguments. More than that we are not doing anything. That also if you don't know properly means why should the company pay you? You keep questioning now. Why am I not getting job? These are the reasons. Even if they give you job, you will not be able to perform properly. They can't come and help you for every single line. One line you don't know how to code means how will they accept that? Understood? So code from now itself. So I'll start coding now. Just I'll remove this now. So you got this error. First line is clear now. At least you know the first line. You should have to type it again. See this, I'll type. Class dot for name. I'm using what? I'm starting from the beginning. See this. Yes. Com dot MySQL. Sorry. Com dot JDBC dot MySQL dot. Oh, com dot MySQL. Sorry. Com dot MySQL dot JDBC dot driver. Okay. You should have allowed me. I would have shown you how to debug that. Okay. Fine. Next. So you are getting an error. So yes, Eclipse will help you. In Edit Plus Notepad, it's very difficult to type. There if you get an error, very difficult. Okay. So that's why we are moving on Eclipse. Quick fix. So it says, it gives you options. Add throws, surround with try catch. I prefer to go with what? I want to catch the exception in this method, main method. So I'll say surround with try catch. Done. Problem is resolved. Compilation error is gone. Yes or no? Compilation error checks for what? Only syntax. But let's see, system means your semicolon problem it will check, correct? Huh? Now apart from that, more errors it will check. Java compile is very powerful. Okay. But yeah, compilation errors will be resolved. But during runtime also I'll get problems. Understood? During runtime also I'll get problems. See this now. I'll run the program. Okay. And it will print. Class not found exception. Same problem what we saw yesterday. Understood? Why? Because it's trying to load this class. And it is not there in rt.jar. I'll extract now rt.jar. See here. Or in any jar files you open and see, you will not find it. There's so many jar files. Resources.jar, J2S, all these are there, it is not there. But mainly if you focus on rt.jar. Where is com.mysql? See there? com.sun is there. I'm scrolling. Where is com.mysql there? No, it is not there. So it is not there here. Clear? So I have to add it. So anyway, that exception is occurring. This is a print. So this statement did not execute. So if you want to confirm, just I'll put one more statement here. Driver is okay. MySQL driver is loaded. Some print statement you can give. Driver is. Let's check. See if this works. Next line should also work now. If this doesn't work, where it will go? Directly go to catch block. Yes or no? So let's check. Still the same error. MySQL driver is loaded, is not getting executed. That clearly shows that your try block is not getting executed fully. Yes or no? So what I should do now? I have to supply the class, and obviously it is there in a jar file. Same like yesterday what you saw. And this is supplied to you by MySQL people now. Understood? So now you don't waste time searching in MySQL folder all that. So that is why from now we'll go on using many jars like this. So you are given DVDs to write softwares. Understood? When you join the course, a DVD has been provided to you. In that DVD, we have given you everything. Means you have got the DVD. In that there is a folder called as cluster softwares. Okay. In that cluster softwares, there is a folder called as jars. Understood? We have given it to you. If you are given the DVD. In jars, we have organized everything like this. Because you don't waste time searching here and there. Right now you don't have that ability. Like yesterday I showed you how to find JDBC 14.jar and all that. Later on in one shot you'll understand how do you find the jars from everywhere. So what we are doing is all the jars we are collecting it and giving it in one folder so that you don't waste time in coding now. Main focus of us is for you to get output. Concentrate on that. Later on you'll start understanding where to search all these jars. You will find it in internet also. Understood? So from where to find, you'll understand that. End of the day you have to add one jar file, that's it. So right now use the jars which we have provided now. So there is one folder called as MySQL. See, we organized Oracle jars. So use this only. You don't have to go and struggle where. I just showed you where they are yesterday. But you can start using from here only. JDBC 14. Then MySQL jars. Done. So this is the jar file we need. MySQL -connector -java. Some name they give. Why do you worry about that? End of the day, see the extension. It is what? .jar. I need this. So what I'll do? I'll copy this. Now every time you can't use your DVD. No. From the DVD, what you do? You copy it into. Yesterday I showed you the location. Which location? C drive, my jars, paste it here. Understood? So now you can, means you don't have to refer to the DVD again and again. So from there you copy and paste it now. What you want, go on adding like this one by one. So now it is there. Now MySQL jar is where now? In C drive. My project is where now? D drive. I have to link. I have to supply it to this project. So how do I supply? Same story like yesterday. Add the jar, right click. What? Properties, Java build path, libraries, add external jars. Okay. C drive, my jars, MySQL jars. Select. Say open and say click on OK. Now you can see it is added here. reference libraries. Earlier it was not there. Understood? So in this reference libraries, MySQL connector, whatever I added is there now. Extract it. You can extract it here only. Now see, I have used now com.mysql.jdbc.driver. Yes or no? So yes, in this is the package now. com.mysql.jdbc is the package. In this, you can find that driver.class. That's all. Understood? So we added it into the project. Understand how to add jars? So slowly we start adding. Like this, we'll add more jars. Hibernate jar, Spring jar. You want to learn Hibernate now? You want to learn Spring now? All that you want to learn means you have to go on adding jar, because these are classes supplied by third-party libraries. Like Hibernate is given to you by Red Hat company. Sun is not giving that jar. Spring is given to you by some other company. Understood? So one company will go on giving jar. As they go on giving, all that they'll put it into their website. You have to download. Understood? And then use it. So that process I will be teaching you later. Right now start using like this. Understood? So we use libraries. So we should know where our code is. Understood? And start using that code now. So but to use also that library is essential now for our project. Start adding it. Adding library is nothing but adding jar files like this. Done? Clear? So now see, first only one line I have typed still. Understood now? From past 5 minutes how much I have coded? One line. Resolve it and then move. Fully you code and then start debugging means you'll never debug. Clear? So see this output now. MySQL driver is loaded. Now continue. Understood? So this is the methodology of coding. Unlike you are coded in colleges, how you code? First line, class demo. Second line, first word, public. Second word, static. Third word, void. Fourth word, main, string. Then that square bracket. Then args. You will never learn coding like that. Understood? Then after typing everything, blindly you will type. Start looking for what? Semicolon. No way. That is not the way to code. So every line, resolve the compilation error, run the program. If it is you are getting the output, then move to next line. Otherwise don't move only, debug there. Only if the driver is loaded, then you'll get the connection now. Only if the connection is got, then you can write your query now. Think common sense it is. Understood? So until unless you get the connection, you cannot move to next line of coding. It will not execute only. So first get the connection. So yes, this is done. Next, I'll use now. So what? Connection con is equal to. So now yes, see, as soon as I type connection, I start getting error. Why I'm getting error? This is the interface which is present in SQL package. I have to import it. So control space you do. What more do you want? Eclipse is helping you so much here. Control space, it will do the import also. Shortcuts you learn. Connection con is equal to next what? Driver manager control space dot get connection. There are 3 overloaded. Same yesterday's method I'll use. Get connection. I have to password 3 strings. What is the first value? JDBC colon MySQL colon / localhost. Understood? Colon Ravi MySQL. I'm collecting. Understood? So this is the schema. Then you have to give a password for which one now? User is root. For that you give the password. See, all databases have their own style of getting connection. So these values they'll tell. The database vendor only will tell. For URL give this value. For user ID give this value. Password you give this value. It will connect. So you blindly follow them. Understood? So means if you go in your project, when you go on using this, you start getting connections now. You don't worry how it you are getting and all that, because it's pre-decided and told by whom now? Vendor, because he is writing the code now. Understood? So you'll get the you'll get the connection now. So he says provide these values and automatically you'll get the connection. Anyway, again say I'm getting a red error. Everything is correct. It is not compilation error. It is not. Let's see what is that error. Again it is unhandled exception. So what I should do? Quick fix. I'll add catch clause to surrounding try. Debug like this, line by line debug and then move. And you can print. some statement you print, and then print simply to check whether you got the connection or not. Done. So let's see. Got database connection. So no suitable driver found for. Okay, 1 second. I think it is not slash. I have to give, I think. Yeah, the value you have to give is. See, this is the value. If you have written it earlier, please change it. JDBC. These are fixed values. Understood? We can't do anything here. If you supply that only, then only you'll get the connection. So JDBC : MySQL : localhost / it is / MySQL root is the instance name, Ravi MySQL is the schema name, cluster is the password. Done now? So this value if you give, you'll get the connection. So once you got the database connection, see if I had proceeded ahead coding, what is the use? When I'm not getting the connection, how will I query execute? So do this. Next, what should I write? Statement st is equal to con dot create statement. Now definitely you'll think, sir has by hearted yesterday and come today blindly is typing. Yes or no? No, not like that. We don't by heart. Understood? Because every day when I start coding like this, you'll think, oh sir by hearted yesterday full night, morning is coming and coding. Neither I will by heart nor will you by heart. We have to learn it technically now. So to code, actually we refer to docs. So today I'll show you how to refer to Java docs. Means when Java gives you some code now, they'll be giving you some document. Seniors know this. Okay, those who have joined newly start understanding this. Okay, I don't know whether you're coming from other institutes, but in other institutes they'll never teach you by referring to docs. Okay, or in your college also they'll never teach you by referring to docs. These are docs what you find means which is given to you by some people. So in our institute we refer to docs and code. We don't by heart. Understood? So yes, these docs are also documents. I'm saying docs means documents. These documents are also given to you. Where? Near DVD. So open it. Okay. So my computer, see, here the cluster softwares folder will be there in your DVD. In that there is something called as API. Understood? Application Programming Interfaces. Open it. We have given it in compressed format. Everything in DVD is given in compressed. Extract it. Once you extract this one. JDK 7. This one you extract. Once you extract, you'll get this. So in this, okay, open index.html. You'll get this screen. So go scroll down and say Java SE API. Click this. So now you'll get the screen. So here this is docs now, document. See Java, they'll provide so many classes for you. Now how will you know which method is there in which class? What argument to pass? Eclipse is helping you one way. Understood? But more information, clarity, you'll find it in this docs now. For juniors means, for seniors. Welcome, already I covered all this, how to refer. Those who think directly I know core Java and entered JDBC, for them I'm advising, refer to this and code now. Understood? So see Java dot, these are all the packages. These are all the packages. Java dot, I want which package now? Lang package, click here if you want Lang. If you click there, here it will change, see there. These are the different interfaces and classes available in what? Lang package. So Lang, in this string is there. Whichever class you want, you can see the summary now. Click string, the one which you know I am showing. If you click on string, this side it will change. Understood? So in string class, what are the members? See, these are the different constructors. See, it very clearly tells field summary, constructor summary, method summary. These are the different methods. You called now compared to equals. So equals is a method, yes or no? So yes, you have used this method. So what does this method do? It compares this string to the another specified string. More information you want, click. Understood? Full story it will tell you. Like this you have to refer to documents and code. You have to learn like this. Not by hearting. First line class start for name only. Like this you should not code. Okay, so that comes with little practice. So refer to docs and code. Slowly you'll understand which method to use from where. Understood? This is actual style of coding. And in companies also you have to code like this only. Because how many methods will you by heart? 4 lines of code you are by hearting means in company you will be coding only 4 lines per day. Think practically. Understood? You have to think practically now. So next, that is about string class. Next, you know any other class? Integer class you might be knowing. Click on integer. You have worked with parseInt method. See here, scroll down, field summary, constructor summary. These are the two constructors of integer. Scroll down, parseInt method now you use. See, this is a parseInt method. What do you pass? String as an argument. What is the return type? Int. And it is static by nature. It is very clear. Integer dot parseInt, pass string value. Return type of this is what? Int. More information you want? Click. Fully it will tell the story. Understood? So this actually we have downloaded from internet and given it to you what? Again in DVD. So you can put it onto your which one? Computer and refer to this. But I will show you professional style of coding, because every time you can't copy this doc. Means you can in one, when you are working in company also, maintain this doc in one folder. Whenever you have doubts you can refer to it. Okay. One is you can keep a copy of it when you are working in company also. Other one is, see, internet also you will find solutions. I am connected to internet now. Same document you will find there also. So any developer in the world will be referring to this document and coding, not you, me. Internationally, whoever is coding Java, they will be referring to this. See how they refer. So I'll type the package java.sql, press enter, sufficient. So it will say you want the docs of this, which package, type. Same screen will come in, open in new tab. I'll do, see this. You'll find it online also. By chance you think I have to carry it everywhere, that folder. No need to carry. You'll get this. Click on frames. Just click on frames. It will open up in the same style. Now here I'll start seeing. So from tomorrow or today I'll start referring to this docs and coding. Understood? So this is, see, we are typing 4 lines, but there are so many things to learn here. Understood? Just 4 lines only, there are so many things to learn. So follow all this, then only you can be a good programmer or efficient programmer. So Java dot, I'm online now, internet. Or you can, if you don't have internet, you can refer to our what? We are giving you the folder now, you can start referring from there itself. So Java dot, but I'll be referring to internet like this. Java, because I want to show you, when you get stuck coding in company, you are coding in company now, you'll get a problem. How do you resolve those problems? That is what I am trying to show, because till today you always refer to your books, keep your books beside you and code. I don't want to teach you that style of coding. Understood? So you should have the ability in such a way that you should code independently, not depending on anyone. This is my intention. How many of you want to follow this? Follow. Otherwise you can write in your books, start typing from top to bottom everything, seeing red errors and start complaining I'm getting error. 2 approaches are there. Other institutes follow that methodology. We follow strict methodology like this. And this is the best. And you will remember the style what I am teaching you for years and years to come. Understood? Follow all this. So Java dot, what next? Scroll down. You have to go to SQL package. It's cleanly organized. Click on SQL. Yes, now start seeing. These are the interfaces in SQL package. Now I did not by heart. I underlined. Yes or no? Connection is an interface, statement is an interface, result set is an interface. I by hearted? No, experience. We keep seeing this every day. Understood? Nobody is going to by heart. Now see here, connection is an interface. It's clearly classified here. What more do you want? You are finding. See, you like internet a lot. So I am teaching you on internet only. Yes or no? Every time what do you do? All solutions you find on internet, na? See now, take. I am giving you all internet solutions only. Understood? Connection. Then what? Statement is an interface. Yes. Result set is an interface. So now we are exploring java.sql package. That's it. Nothing more I am doing. We are exploring java.sql package. Understood? So in statement, now I'll go to, this is the class. These are interfaces. Scroll down. What is driver manager? Class. Click there. Driver manager. Yes, clearly see now. Get connection. 3 methods are there. Overloaded. You know overloading, no? When the method name is same but parameters will vary, it is called as overloading. I used which method? This third method with 3 arguments. All should be of type what? String. Yes, click. Once again, before I click, see this. Return type of it is static method. Now this is what? Return type. Connection is the return type. That's how I know. If I call driver manager.get connection, return type of that is connection. See, now we have started coding technically today. Understood? So once I say connection, see, but if you want more information about what is get connection method doing, one line it will tell you, attempts to establish a connection to the given database URL. Understood? Click more information give you. Attempts to establish, the driver manager attempts to select an appropriate driver. Means you have given a driver now, first line, class.forename. It will use the driver and tries to get the connection. So what is the URL? Means it should be a database URL of the form, something like this. Some examples I'll give you. But for one database, you'll have one value. That's it. And that way you will learn with experience now. As I taught you, for Oracle, this is the value. For MySQL, this is the value. You're learning with experience now. Somebody has to train you first time. But once you learn it, now next time you should not depend on me also or your book also. You should know how to do it independently. Done? Okay. So like this, the user's password, all this you have to give. And this method throws what exception? SQL exception. Clearly it tells you. What more do you need? Understood? So fine. See, the return type of this is what? Connection. Like that. Understood? Now if you want, what is class.forename? Let's see that also. Now class is a class in which package? Lang package. So go to lang package. In lang package, I have to select what? Class called as class. Now I have to see what is forename method. Yeah, I am using this forename method. It is static. I have to supply what? An argument of type string, but it should be a fully qualified class name. All this I have taught in core Java. Done? And it returns something called as what? Class. I don't want the return type. The return type of class.forename is what? Class. I don't want to accept it. Leave it. What you want, you accept. What you don't want, leave. There's no mandatory rule that you have to accept. Understood? So many methods will be there. But see, for driver manager, I am accepting the return type. Why? I have to continue coding now. Because if I don't accept the return type for driver manager.get connection, how will I code next line now? So when you want to accept the return type, accept. When you don't want, leave it. Understood? So it's all about what in Java what? Calling methods, sending arguments, receiving the return type, same story. Understood? So I accepted. Now I'll type. Yes, again we'll continue with the talk only. See this still. I'll go back to SQL now. Next, what we are typing? Driver manager.get connection. Return type is what? Sorry, SQL now. Yes. Yeah, driver. This is the class. Driver manager. Yeah, get connection. Return type is connection. So I'll click on connection. In connection, which is the next method I'm calling? So it will learn like this. So if I call this method, this will happen. If I call this method, this will happen. But you can't learn everything in one go. So that is why you are joining for courses. Nothing else. Because you don't have patience to sit and understand each and every method now. Okay. So that's what I am trying to do now. So con.create statement. See, if you call this method, you'll get statement. We trainers do this. We don't write any logic here. We just go on exploring the library and teach you how to use the library to get output. A good trainer always teaches like this. And you have come across too many trainers in your life. Understood? How they teach? Write like this only. Write like this only. That is wrong. Understood? So you have to refer to docs and code like this. Are you clear? So return type of con.create statement is what? Statement. Next, click on statement. Return. So you will learn it with experience. That's what I am telling now. This is experience. There are so many methods, so many classes, so many packages. Okay. So now it's not that you should learn all of them. For a certain problem. Like what is our problem now? I want to connect to database and retrieve values. That's my problem, small problem. So that is when I will use classes in these particular packages and I'll refer like this. That's all. Next again we'll proceed. Then we'll proceed. Finally, once you get a grip of all this, you'll use all the classes and start building your application. This is the whole idea of writing what? Application. You want to write applications now? Color applications you want to write. So means for that this is the process what we take. Adapt. Understood? So yes, con.create. We are in which interface now? Statement. Yeah, next statement dot execute query. st dot execute query now. Yeah, see. Execute query. What is the return type? Executes the SQL statement and which will return a single result set. Click on result set. What is result set? It is a, see this, you can have more information here. It's a table of data. It is nothing but what? A table of data representing a database result set which is usually generated by executing a statement that queries the database. So since you are not able to understand the statements, that is why you are joining courses, nothing else. Following now why you are joining course? Clearly I am showing you why you join course, how you do coding. Are you following? So everything is there in Java, ready-made for you, ready-made. We don't code anything here. So we just have to understand how to use all this for programming now. Are you clear? Nobody will buy out anything. So you have to refer. Anytime you get a doubt, don't consult me. You got beautiful documents here. What more do you need? When you want online, they are available. I am there to debug. I'm not saying no, but I'm just telling you how to move now. See, for every method, can you come and consult me or faculty here? It is not possible. You can't go on asking everybody. So this is the methodology. Just keep following, keep following. One day definitely you'll get the grip of this subject. Not one day, hardly within 1 or 2 months only you'll get. Understood? So once you get this grip, now nobody will stop you from getting job. If you want job, this is the route. Because they'll ask now, how do you get the database connection in the interview? Basic. So I'll tell, I'll write these 4 lines. Now the confidence in what you explain is different. And that is confidence which will get you the job, not your knowledge. Understood? Knowledge matters, I'm saying no, but how do you get knowledge? Means if you have knowledge, then you'll have confidence. Right now you are not having knowledge. So that is why your confidence is low. So I am trying to give confidence into you. More than that I am not doing anything. And the way I can give you confidence is by giving you good knowledge. So understand the training methodology. Clear with all this? So just 4 lines of code, and I am going on to explain so many things to you. This is philosophy. Philosophy is highly related in Java. Understood? Without philosophy, you can't code in Java. Why? Because we don't code only anything here. We go on using methods. So guidance is required. So for Java training, a good guidance is required rather than what? By hearting. Are you clear with this? So neither will I by heart from now, nor will you by heart. Clear? So let's start coding now. So and Eclipse is more beautiful. See this, con dot control space, it will give you. Sorry, I didn't accept the return type, no? Yeah. So accept it because I want to call the next method. Con dot. So it gives a list. What you want. If you are typing in edit plus notepad, what will happen? You sit and type one word also. But here Eclipse supports the library so beautifully. See, you got documents. You got beautiful documents telling which method will do what. You got beautiful editors. It says don't code only, just click something, automatically what happens? You will get the drop down, select, enter, oh did I type? No. So that is the beauty. Java is giving you brilliant support for coding. What more do you expect? The same program, you try to do one thing, code and C, C language, you know you are very good in C, no? Some might be good. Okay, those who think who are good. Try to do this output. Keep on database, same what I am doing now. Try to do it, you will see the difficulty. Then you will automatically come to Java. You will only tell better than C what? Java is only better. So if you see like that, then Java looks easy. Understood? Directly if you see Java, what you will tell? Oh, headache. Yes sir? So no headache now. So start coding like this. So there is one error, resolve this. Why the error? Statement cannot be resolved to a type. I didn't import it. Say control space, press enter, it is imported. You don't type only, see here, where I am typing. What beautiful editors you have got. Understood? Are you clear this? So next, what I want? I want the result set. Again control space, go on typing, execute query. What now next? You are done. So I got the result side. So if I run the program, what happens? Again I have to import this also. Yes, run the code, it will run, but there is no. You got the result side, you got the values. From secondary memory you got it into primary memory, but you have to use it now. So now I start accessing the values. How will I access the value? Yes, same story like yesterday. rs dot. So check this now. rs dot next. Yes. So rs dot next. Return type is what? Boolean. Fine. If you have still doubt, refer to doc. What is next doing? See there, I'm in result set. Scroll down, it is neatly organized. Field summary, method summary. Scroll, it is in alphabetical order. A, B, C, D. Scroll. Next, no. Yeah, next. Moves the cursor forward from its current position. It's clearly telling. I am explaining it theoretically, but see, we have got docs. There are so many methods. Previous will take you to previous row. That all you don't try. That I will be training you. Which method to call when? That is what I will be training you. So what I train, only that you practice. Gradually you will understand which methods to call when. Understood now? So I start next. Next is what? Get int. Yes or no? See, get string. Okay. One I can pass what? Column index int. Other one I can pass what? String. Column label means name of the column. Both will give me the value. Start get string also will give me. This one also will give you. Return type of both is what? String. Very clear. Understood? So to code in Java, what is actually basically required, you know? Not C, not C++. First you require is common sense, means which one to use from where, and second you need a good knowledge of English. You should not refer to docs now. Generally when you say I want to learn Java, what will people tell? You should know C, C++, no C, C++ here. Only what you should know is good English to refer to documents. Understood? And other thing what you should know use is little of your, you have common sense I believe. Use that. Understood? So that is sufficient to code Java, nothing more than that. So start int what now? Next. Int id is equal to what? rs dot get int. Column label. So what I'll put? What is the first column name? Employee underscore id. Next. String name is equal to what? rs dot get string. And what is the next one? The next what? Int salary. rs dot get int of. Sorry, fully right. So done. So and after getting what you should do? Print now. That's it. Same you do id plus done na? Only one value I got. Little bit here and there means where did I put that? Okay, it has moved down, so I'll just put that on top. So done, you got one value, but you got all the values. So I can retrieve now. How will you retrieve? Just put it in while loop, that's it. So you have all the values, but I was getting it only from the first record. So it is going to print you all the values. As simple. So just 4 lines only, see, but too many things you got the idea now. So this is how actually you learn coding. Okay, then you have to close resources. What? Result set dot close. Correct? st dot close. These are methods. Close is a method in result set. One more close method is there in statement. Go and see the docs. It will very clearly tell you what it does. Con dot close. Yes. Fine. See, that's it. You got the output. So how is this working? Let's see this. It's very simple in Java. It's only you have to use little common sense. You start getting output now. See, this is your table. So what did your program do? It connects. Your program is connecting. So what are your values? Ramesh, Rajesh, just I'm writing it in short to understand. Ganesh, 104, what is that? Revati, then next is Ravi, 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000, 5000. This is the table. So your date, you'll write all that class dot for names, connection, all you'll write. Connection con, you'll get the connection. See, once you get the connection, what all you have to write? See, if you want to retrieve the values, what is the code you have to write? You have to write the code to get the connection. Yes? Next, what you have to write? You have to send the queries. Then what you have to do? Receive the values. Fourth one is processing the values. What big code did you write now? I think hardly have written anything. Okay, so once you get the values, okay, statement, all this is there, I agreed. But finally what has happened? You got the result set now. Yes, this result set is pointing to it's an object now. So this coding will continue. Class.forName leave, connection con is equal to driver manager dot get connection and all that. Leave that. Next statement, st, we are focusing only on result set now. St dot execute query, you'll get the result set rs now. Yes, this object, what it is doing now? It is referring, means it is having one full table here. It is there in primary memory now. So in this primary memory, what are you having? You have written select star now. So that entire table is here now. Employee ID, name, salary, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105. Same thing. Rajesh, Ramesh, Ganesh, Revati, and last is Ravi, 1000. Same values you are having now. So this is one table, means from the secondary memory you got it into primary memory. From this you will get and storing it into variables. Understood, right? Then you are printing now. So but how does it work? Where is the cursor pointing? Before first row. So I am scrolling here, not in database. So rs start next means where you are moving? First row. Get int of 1 means first column, second column, third column. It prints. rs start next again moves to next row. If the row is present true, so while true, again it will execute. See the code how you are written. Understood? So as you go on, as it goes on iterating, it will start printing all the values for you. So this is how you access values from database into your Java program. Writing logic, next it will come. Understood? Writing logic, you start writing. It's not a problem. So first learn how to retrieve the values from the Java into, means database into your Java program. Are you clear with this? Okay. So this is the which one now? Actual way how you write the code. Are you clear with the result set? Once you got it, you'll start scrolling now. Next, next, next. You got other methods, previous and all that. I'll be showing you that also. Yeah. So just do with this. So more clearly, technically, we'll be seeing this in the next class. It's a very simple program. Okay. One second. Yeah, see this code now, result set. What is happening? First rs start next, where it is? Before first. So it will push. The return type is what? True. It is moved from 0th row, or we never say 0, we say before first. Technically, okay, otherwise 0 also is correct, but technically we say before first. So it is there. So rs start next, it moves. First it moves. It will move. So once it moves, the return type is what? If the row is present, is there a row now? Yes, it is present. Right now first row is there now. It is there. So while return type is true. So while true, it will access all the values from the 3 columns. Next. Again rs dot next, it will move. Okay. And if the row is there, again while true, prints. Like that it goes on. And finally when it prints all the 5, rs dot next again will happen. It moves, but there is no record. So what will happen now? While false, quits. So these are the result set works. But still I'll be talking more on result set. We have just started exploring. So this is the beginning. We'll be seeing more classes on JDBC, and all this we'll be covering now in detail. Are you clear? Okay. So now there are more things. Now see, like yesterday I showed you now. What? Are you clear with the result set now? And after getting that, what did I do? I'll print now. So yes, you understood coding, but still more conscious you should be about conscious when you're coding now. See this. Anyway, see, I just taught you all this. If I give a wrong name like this, what will happen now? Class not found exception. Same thing. So when the class only is not found, where's the question of getting the connection? By chance you make mistakes. So that's why always I tell what? Code line by line and then proceed. Otherwise what will happen? Fully you will code, no error, but still you'll be facing problems like this. How will you debug now? Full program. See, with experience, we tell, I know what is it. Understood? But this is a small program. In big programs you can't go on debugging like that. So always execute and see and then proceed. Done? So anyway, that is class not found exception. It is not finding what? RIV. That class is not there. It is trying to load. You go and check. Is there? You see, it will go to the package. It will go to the package. MySQL it will go. Then what? It is trying to load something called as a river or whatever. It is not there. From where it will load? You are giving wrong names, means from where it will load. It was your mistake. So that's why give proper names. Done? So then, means even the package name, even wrong package name also will not work. Okay, so be careful. Then if I give a wrong user, Ravi is not there. So what will happen now? Error. So if you give wrong values, you'll start getting error. Unknown database Ravi. There is no database in MySQL called as Ravi now. So this is how you learn debugging. Understood? So means you'll get errors and then only you'll learn. Without getting errors, how will you learn? So be ready to face errors. You always run away from errors. So I'm just telling you what? Be ready to face it. I'm giving the confidence to you. Done? Next. Anyway, just go on checking like that one. If I give a wrong query like this, by mistake, see here it's a small program, but if you are writing big programs and you make mistakes in queries like this, so what will happen? You got the connection. So you got connection, everything has happened now. But what is the problem now? It is wrong syntax, something like that, it gives the message. Okay, FR, something like that. Okay, so now see here what has happened. Your class has been loaded, you got the connection. You are sending a wrong query to the database. If you means from the Java program, I am sending a query, we have got the connection, and I am sending a wrong query to the database. How will the database execute wrong query? Quite logical. Okay, only if you supply correct query to the database, that database will execute that query, means your MySQL will execute that query and returns the value to your program. Yes or no? So think logically like that, and then you keep on coding now. Are you clear with this? So fine. So I tried what now? Proper query. Yes, but there is one mistake which comes up here. Now carefully understand. See here, when I make a mistake in this query, yes or no? These statements are not executed. Agreed. What are statements? All this will not execute. You agree or not? Yes, see this. From here to here, where is the query? Yeah, if supposing I write the query, all these statements are not executed. Exception occurs. Directly it comes to what? Catch class not found exception. It cannot be handled. Next where it will go? SQL exception. It will be handled here, or it will be caught here. Yes or no? See the exception handling mechanism. Now JDBC is over. I am teaching you exception handling. Understood? You know exception handling now? Yes. So that's what. See this. So the exception is occurring here. Why it is occurring? Because I have written a wrong query or wrong table name, something like that. So it will fail. All this code will fail. It will not execute. This is the result set. All this. See, I am executing and showing. Same problems here. My driver is loaded, got database connection, but what has happened? Exception caught. Which exception? MySQL exception. So these statements are not getting executed. Yes or no? So all these statements are not got executed. Straight away from the exception it comes to the first catch block. If that exception cannot handle, it will go to the next catch block. It is caught. Yes, but there is something which is happening here. Can anybody see that? The resources are still open. Which two resources? Result set is not open. Statement is still open. Connection is still open. No? Yes or no? Result set was not opened only, but statement and connection are still open. But you have to close it. Now will come finally picture. Understood? So finally block is used for what? Closing resources. Yes or no? So that's what I have to use now. I have to use finally block. So instead of writing this one here, at any cost I want what? The resources to be closed. So I'll put it here. Wherein? Finally. Learn to write code now. That's all. See, everything is same. There's no change. Fine, but still I get errors. How do you resolve this now? That code from there I moved it to finally. Nothing else I have done. Try, catch, finally. Try is there. Catch is there. Means two catches are there. This is class not found exception. This is SQL exception. And all this code is in main method. Do not forget, don't write outside main now. Understood? So you are writing it try catch. Now one more, only thing, I just shifted some code here. 3 lines of code to finally. What is that? rs.close, statement.close, connection.close. Just shifting it. Why it will give me error? Why? Context. Scope of variable. Understood? What? Why? Because see, I have declared these variables where now? Try block. How will I use it outside here? How will a variable declared in try block? It is local to this block. Scope. Understood? It is local to this block. How can I use it in catch block and finally block? No. So if I want to use connection, that con variable, in finally what should I do? Declare it outside try block. Simple coding now. This is, you always neglect scope of variables. Understood? So see now, connection should be declared where? Outside is equal to, and whenever you declare a local variable, this is local variable now, initialize it with null. Okay, again, but don't redeclare here. Just use it like this. Done? See how I'm closing the resources? Fully I'm talking about except landing and closing resources. JDBC is over. This is how you have to do except landing and handle resources. Clearly check. Is equal to null. Then what? Result set rs is equal to null. Fine. Again, remove all this, what you have written. Or beginning only you should have coded like this. I should have coded, but first I was focusing on JDBC. Now I am focusing on exception handling. Understood? My concentration was on JDBC. Yes, now it is done. So fine. Statement also I have to delete. Yes. So once it is done, next. Okay, I should remove it only now. Okay, so these are done, but still I get errors. Why? Close method throws an exception. So now carefully understand exception handling. I have to write it in try block, try catch. So can I write try catch in finally? Yes, you can write. You're getting practical answers now. Understood? So what you learned in core Java is paying off now. Understood? You have put a lot of effort and learn core Java now, it will pay off now. Very easily you can code try catch. So which exception? SQL exception. Be specific. Okay, exception. Some name I'll give SC. Fine. Inside catch of finally. Like this it will go on now. So in try block I'll write code. Fine, result. But still I'll get one problem now. See, My query is wrong, no. Result set object is not created, no. So what is the actual value of rs? Null. So if I call rs.close, what will happen? Null pointer exception will occur. I'll show you, just see this. I'll get null pointer exception and it will not be caught. Why? It is coming outside the program, you are not catching it. Okay, so that is why before you close your resources, the standard practice is, check this now I do. If rs is not equal to null, then say rs dot close. Better no? Yes or no? If it is not null, then close. Means if it is initialized, then call close. So this is how you do now coding. Clear? So handle your resources properly, otherwise your application will have what? Very bad, means the application, the performance of your application will drastically come down. If your resources are open, you will be getting output. But too many connections are getting opened. Finally what will happen? From the application, see it's an application now. The application will be connecting to database many times. All the times user will be making the request. Here we are saying without UI. Like see, now it is Gmail. He goes on making the request. Gmail or Yahoo. All the connections will get established and you are not closing. What will happen? Database will crash now. Network traffic problem. So every resource you have to close. Initially you will get output, but as and when more connections go on happening, you will start facing problems during runtime. Here it is a simple program. I am saying run as Java program, it will work. Again the program is shut down also. But think about live applications. Understood? So every resource should be closed. So that is why close it like this. If next what? Statement is not equal to null, then statement dot close. Similarly, if connection is not equal to null, close. No perfect, no null pointer exception, no. Perfectly it will execute, and I'll print on last statement if you want to see. Sysout end of main. Full program will execute till the bottom. The program will not terminate now. Means this last statement also will execute now. Okay, but here exception has occurred. Which exception? Exception, this exception has occurred. You are catching it. After catching, finally is getting executed. It is getting executed. And then, okay, finally, okay, this should have been, okay, this will not execute now because it is, yeah, because exception has occurred now. Here only exception has occurred. Where? Here. So it will not print. Okay, anyway, just get the idea. How do you do the exception handling? Fine. But you are not getting null pointer exception this time. Understood? You are not getting null pointer exception this time. Fine. Like this. Anyway, just slowly you will understand all this. These are experiences. Okay. So even though it is 4 lines of JDBC code, everybody neglects it. Oh, what is there in JDBC? Only 4 lines. You may write class.forName, I'll get database connection. These many things are there related to JDBC. Okay. Now see, this code is there. I'll be giving you this code. One more thing what I'll do is, see this query, this code, whatever is there now, this txt file, what I'll do is, yeah, I'll put it along with the project only now. Okay, I'll copy it. I'll put it in the project so that you can use it for reference. Right click, new file, employee, any name you want to give, file name, but since it is having employee table, I'll name it as employee. It will be easy for us to refer tomorrow. That's it. Save all the code here. Means this is the code what I used, all the SQL query. So related queries you keep it in the same project. So show databases, so you can refer to it very easily. No? This I just kept it for reference. We are not using this query. Oracle syntax of creating table. Done? Okay. So this is done now. Are you clear how to work with MySQL now? Yes. Now same thing. I'll show you. I'll do one more project now. You go on telling now. Understood? I want to connect to database and insert two values. Understand the code. Means understand what I want to do actually. Then coding will come. I want to connect to database. Which database? MySQL. Means if I give the assignment now, write a program to connect to, take this as an assignment, write a program to connect to MySQL database, insert two records and then display all the records from the database. If I give the assignment now you should start coding now. You should have the ability now. Understand now? So how will you do now? See this. Right click, new, Java project, 04. Okay, simple. Now fast I'll go. Only coding I'll concentrate. Are you clear this? Simple JDBC, MySQL. Fine, I have a project. Next what I should do? Package, com.cluster. Fine. Next what? A new class, demo. Okay, fine. Next what? Yes, now we'll only focus on coding now. See this. Class dot for name, yes. So it is what? com dot mysql dot jdbc dot driver. Done. I'm getting an error. Resolve it and then continue coding. So while I do it, surround with try catch. Yeah, done. So let's see. I'll put on SOP and check MySQL driver is loaded or not. Done. So what will happen now? Tell, you should be knowing now. Class not found exception. So what I should do? I should add the jar file. Should supply not to the project. It's a new project. So it will supply. So right click, properties, build path, add external jars, selected, MySQL connector, so it is added, reference libraries. Now run the program. Fine, next what I should do, once the driver is loaded, I have to get the connection. Yes, so I will not declare connection variable here because I have to close the resources now. So I will declare it outside this time. Connection, yes, con is equal to null. Yes. So then what will I do? Yeah, so connection. Don't type everything from the beginning. When you need, you type. Don't type one after another. Connection, statement, results. Don't do that. Only when you need, go on top, declare your variable, come down and code. Understood? Statement st is equal to what? Sorry, connection, no, sorry. Con is equal to driver manager dot get connection. Is the values you tell fast now? JDBC colon MySQL colon / colon localhost / Ravi MySQL. What are your schema name? Yes, next two words. Root. The next one is cluster. See here, if you give cluster in caps, it will not work. Yesterday it was working for what? Oracle. But for MySQL it will not work. Why? Because password is case sensitive in MySQL. Understood? So anyway, so I will just, okay, you are getting error. First resolve that error and then move. Quick fix. Add catch clause. So done. So once this is done, next again check whether you got the connection. Got database Yes, you got the connection now. So once it is done, see, I'll just show you if I give cluster in caps, what happens. Like I gave it for yesterday in caps for what? Oracle. But here it will not work. Access denied. Yes or no? If you want to say here only, all programs, I showed you beginning. See, I'm typing in caps, cluster. Really I'm typing in caps, and I'm typing correct password. Because you cannot see its closes. Means it is case sensitive in MySQL. So that's why I have to give it as small only. So be careful what values you give now. Done. So once you get the connection, next what I should do? Yes, I have to get the statement. Now you go on top. I need no statement. Now you declare. Now you declare. And see, always code like this. From top to bottom. Like ABCD, don't go on writing code. This is not ABCD now. Clear? Statement ST. If you need it, then you go and code. But I have to import it again. Statement ST. Even yesterday's code, you rectify like this today. I showed you for Oracle now. Today you go and rectify it like this. Clear? That's your assignment. You want assignments now? Take how many you want. And next. Till now, sir did not give any assignment only. So take how many you want, I'll give. Yes. So once this is done, next what I need? I have to say st dot. Yes. If I want to execute my queries, okay, in statement you go and check now. In statement interface, slowly I'll be talking more on this. In statement interface, there are many execute methods. Okay, execute. Tomorrow I'll be covering more on this. Okay, see, execute method, what it will do? It is able to do CUD operations. Means inserting, updating, deleting. If you want to do select now, you have to use execute query. Understood? Slowly I'll explain this to you. Just you write it today. Execute, and I'll write the query now. st.execute. Here write the query. So I'll do one thing. For this project also we need that queries. So I'll copy it from the third project itself. Same queries are required here also now for this project. So I'll paste it here. Yeah. So I want to send two queries now. I'll type it here only and paste it there. Yeah, I got it already. These are the two values, rows I have to insert now. Correct now? Type it, that's it. Insert into. Next, one more I want to insert. st.execute 107. Yes, done. So after inserting, what is the next I want to do? I want to display all the records. Understood? So means after inserting I have to display. So what will I do again? I need results at this time. So again what will I do? So learn coding like this. The reason why I showed you coding is, typing is to learn how to code. Not, I'm not showing here this to get output. I know you're very intelligent, you can get output. But I'm showing you this to learn coding. Understood? If you want to check whether sir can get output or not, I'm not typing for that reason. I can code and get output. That is not a problem. Clear? See this. So all these are there. Check sometimes whether you're importing correctly or not. Sometimes there will be two classes with same name. Some other one will be imported. Example I show exactly means okay. That we'll see later. Anyway, next I'll be showing that. So then st.execute query. So I should write now rs is equal to what? st.execute query. So yes. What is that? Select star from EMP. See, rest all code is from previous only. I'll just copy it off. Understood now how to code? Means this one, while rs.next and all, I'll copy it. Done. So let's execute the program and check. So yes, it has inserted 2 records and printed now. Not an issue. And if you want, you can go to MySQL and check. Select star from EMP. Earlier there were 5 records. Yes or no? Proof I am showing you. Simply doing service doing SOP will tell otherwise. Are you clear? So this is how you code. So then finally we are left with few things. What? Closing resources. So same way how will you code now? From the previous program, I'll just copy it and paste, write the finally block and finish it off. I showed you how to do it. Done? So later on you'll understand. Don't do it in the beginning. Finally I told, in Java everything is ready made. You got beautiful editor, docs are there. Finally what you'll be doing now, only copy paste you'll be doing. That's simple coding in Java is. Understood? That's simple, unbelievable simple it is. But only you should know what to copy, what to paste. Understood? And in fact company is paying you money for that. Imagine 4 lakhs, 5 lakhs they'll pay. Unfortunately people are not ready to get jobs in this kind of support. Also you are telling what? Only percentage is required, that is nothing is required, only some knowledge is required. If you have this much, definitely you'll get job now. So company has got nothing to do with your percentage. They are doing business. They check whether you can deliver something to them or not. If you are having 100%, what will company get? Company will not get anything. They want money. When they hire you or when they recruit you, they check whether you can perform, deliver or not. That is what they are checking. Understood? So all this and more I'll be telling in the coming classes. What does exactly company look into you? So just code all this, be confident so that you'll be able to face the interviews. Done? Okay. So that's it. And see here, I'll again run the program. Yes, again when I run the program, yes, now the resources are all closed. But as I showed in the last class also, see every time you go on running the code, what happens? In the database, again more and more, again you are inserting 2 more rows. First time I run, 2 records got inserted. Again I run the program, 2 more records are inserted. Again I run, what will happen? See every time you run the program, it will not overwrite, it is inserting records. And yes, so here again see, when I say select star, now see. Okay, now see, you don't think how to avoid all this. Just understand, actually in real life what happens is, values will keep coming dynamically. Last class I told this, values will keep coming dynamically. We will not hard code any values like this here. If you hard code your value in your program, what will happen? Same value will be going on inserted. But actually what happens is, understand this. You will be having UI, enter ID, enter name. So values will enter into your application from here. Getting it now? It will be entering from application now. So it will enter like this. So these values, I will be showing you next very shortly. It will be held in variables. Int ID, string name. So this is temporary memory. This you will connect to database and insert. Actually that's the actual final style of coding. Understood? So it will be inserted dynamically. So we'll hold this because this is temporary memory. As soon as your program completes, it's lost now. So before the values are lost, we'll store it permanently. So tomorrow if you want the value, again I'll connect to database, retrieve the value. This is how database goes on supporting your development of the application. Understood? That is why you need the database connectivity. And for doing it, Java is giving you what? JDBC API or set of classes and interfaces needed to program an application. This is the whole story. Are you clear? You'll give back the response. What is there? Any application in the world you take, any application, language might be irrespective, you can use any language, database can be irrespective, all applications are doing the same process, only you have to decide which language you will use. Understood? We decide to use Java because it's one of the easiest language now, as you are seeing it. Understood? Otherwise coding this in C and all is very difficult. It means why I tell C is difficult means that is the only one language you know. Understood? You try doing otherwise in Fortran, COBOL also you'll understand, which just becomes ruled out. Understood? So that is the reason Java goes on to again dominate programming world. The reason why it dominates. Are you clear with all this? So you can code those two programs. Clear? So still if you have doubts, next class all will be resolved. Just clarifying those. See, yesterday I had some doubts, today it's cleared. Today I have doubts, tomorrow it will be cleared in the next class. You do not have to worry about anything. Perfect programming you will be doing. Clear this? Just keep coding parallel with me. Simply after 5 days I'll start coding and then I'll get doubt means nobody can resolve your doubts. Understood? Keep coding parallelly with me. What I do, you also do the same thing. Are you clear with this? Clear? So you got the idea about this program also now? Yeah, with this we have connected to what? Two databases. One is Oracle and the other one is MySQL. That's it. So this was the second project, and I have kept all the code also along with that, the queries as well as which one? Yeah, I have kept it. I'll just show you, and with that this can finish it off now. Just last time I show you the code so that you keep it in mind now. Okay, how to code the programs now. Clear? Yeah, the perfect code. I have got 4 projects here, agreed. But for perfect coding, you refer to the 3rd or 4th one. Tomorrow from Oracle, I'll be doing like that only. Understood? So see this. This is the way you'll be coding. Declaring variables when required. Don't start typing from the top. Class, demo. First only you'll type what you know. First you'll type import. I'm not joking. There are many people who do this. Without knowing how will you, without knowing you are going to use the class, how are you importing? Only when you need it, import. First only you start importing. We are so guaranteed you'll use that class. So as and when we go on coding, we'll realize, okay, I need this class, then I'll import it. Then I'll need this, again I'll import. Understood? So that's the way you code. This is how you declare variables. Why I declare? Because I want to use it in other scope. If I want to use it in only try block, I could have declared it in inside try block. But I want to use it outside also. So that's why I'm declaring it here. Try, catch, finally. Like this it goes on now. Understood? And one more concept what you are saying is inside finally can I write try, catch? Yes. Finally is on block. In that block when you are calling a method, if that method throws an exception, what you have to do now? Handle it. Yes or no? Finally is on block. In this method I am calling a method. If this method throws an exception, what are you supposed to do? You have to handle it. So that's why I am writing try, catch inside finally also. This is exception handling. Anyway, I covered all this in exception handling. Clear? So this is a project, 2 projects you refer. From now you start coding like this. Clear? Okay, that's it then.